Hello, and welcome to this video walkthrough for National Geographic Learning's new Close-Up series for secondary students. In this video, we'll start by looking at some of the key features of the course, before going through a unit in more detail. We'll finish by looking at how the course supports and helps teachers to deliver effective lessons and to maximize teaching and learning. New Close-Up uses authentic and informative National Geographic content, dynamic photography, and high-interest video and text from all around the world to help students connect with their world as they transition from their teens into adulthood. As such, it is up-to-date, engaging, and aligned with the global viewpoint of today's students. The course also provides a comprehensive skills development program with a rich range of tasks to actively develop students' listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. Each level's 12 units follow a clear structure with well-signposted pages to keep classrooms focused on the objectives of each lesson. Another key feature of the course is the inclusion of exam preparation tasks, of which there are over 60 per level. In each lesson, there are explicit exam tips and exam tasks which mirror common question types found in the Cambridge Exam Suite, though it can be used for general exam preparation too. The exam tips provide guidance on how best to approach the exams and highlight key skills needed for each part, as well as general tips to further help them. Each new strategy is then applied directly to the exam task that follows. The exam tasks themselves are presented almost exactly as you would see them in the exam. The same wording and the same format and presentation. So there is no unexpected surprises for the students. The tasks are designed to give students the opportunity to test themselves with tasks aligned with those that will encounter in international exams, giving students increased confidence and preparing them for success. New Close-Up also recognizes that teenage students are faced with a number of stressful, personal and academic challenges, and as such, deals with social emotional learning aspects in the Live Well, Study Well lessons. These lessons focus on life and study skills to help equip students with the competencies that they need to manage their academic and personal lives. Students engage with texts and useful tips on topics such as managing stress, social media, and friendships. Activities are designed to promote independent thought and stimulate discussion. Each lesson culminates in a project that encourages learner autonomy and provides opportunities for students to practice presentation skills and working as a team. So those are some of the key features of New Close-Up. Let's now look at a unit in more depth. This unit is taken from the B1 level. And as you can see, there are 9 main lessons per unit. A reading, 2 grammar, 2 vocabulary, listening, speaking, writing, and either a Live Well, Study Well, or video lesson, plus the unit opener and the review, which can be found at the back of the book. Let's look at each lesson in more detail. Each unit begins with an engaging photo that works with a unit title to introduce students to and engage them with the topic. Warm-up questions then further engage students and promote discussion. Though there are, of course, many other activities that can be done with the photos, to help develop critical thinking and communication skills. Further suggestions on how the photos can be used can be found in the teacher's book. The readings in New Close-Up exploit students to a range of different genres that they would meet in real life, including articles, blogs, interviews, and reviews. Each lesson begins with warm-up activities to introduce key vocabulary and to get students thinking about the topic. Before completing the exam task, students are provided with an exam tip to help them tackle the task. Each tip teaches them a new strategy for exam success, which they can then directly apply to the exam task. And these include things like skimming and scanning, reading for detail, inferring from context, dealing with distractors, looking for clues, and identifying key information. The exam task gives students the opportunity to test themselves with tasks aligned with those that they will encounter in international exams, including different matching and multiple choice type tasks. The more exposure students have to these types of exam tasks, the more confident they will become, preparing them for success on the big day. The lesson ends with a Your Ideas discussion activity, giving students the opportunity to share their views and opinions on the text with each other and allowing for more personalization. It is also worth noting that the audio is available for all of the reading texts, either on the classroom presentation tool or from the companion website. The first vocabulary lesson focuses on key language required to achieve success in exams and in the world beyond the classroom. And there is a focus on lexical sets. Vocabulary introduced on the page is presented in text-level exercises that enable students to see the new language in a meaningful context and provides them with additional reading comprehension practice. As with the reading lesson, the Your Ideas activities provides opportunities for students to talk in pairs or groups about the topic with reference to their own experiences and views. The next lesson is the first grammar lesson of the unit. Throughout New Close-Up, a learner-centered guided discovery approach is taken with the grammar, allowing students to work out rules for themselves. This ensures that all students are involved, develops students' analytical skills, makes the learning process more memorable, as well as developing a degree of learner autonomy. For further support, there is a grammar reference at the back of the book, which provides a useful summary of the grammar point, with extended explanations and additional examples. Once students have analyzed the grammar, activities progress from control practice to more challenging tasks. Additional practice can also be found in the workbook, as well as on additional downloadable worksheets available on the companion website. The next lesson is the listening lesson, which focuses on different exam tasks, while recycling the grammar and vocabulary from earlier in the unit. Task types in the listening lesson are scaffolded and build in complexity to guide students towards successful completion of the exam task. As with the reading lesson, students are supported with exam tips before completing the final exam task. The speaking lessons focus on functional language, essential for real-life communication, as well as success in exams, and gives learners plenty of opportunities to put the target language from the unit into practice. There are a number of pre-exam tasks activities to prepare students for the final exam task, as well as a useful language box with key expressions and functional language that enable students to use in the exam task. In many of the speaking exam tasks, as in this one, students get the opportunity to take turns to act out the role of the examiner as well as the candidate, giving them great all-round exposure to the exam process and further building their exam confidence. The second vocabulary lesson introduces new vocabulary as well as consolidating the language presented throughout the unit. However, in this lesson, there is far more of a focus on collocations, phrasal verbs, prepositions, expressions, and word building, giving students exposure and practice for the type of questions commonly found in use of English type exam questions. The second grammar lesson in each unit follows the same approach as the first, introducing a new grammar point as well as revising the previous grammar input. The grammar points covered in the unit are often consolidated in a text level exercise, guiding students to successfully identify and produce the target grammar appropriately. The writing lesson follows a genre writing approach and gives students the opportunity to demonstrate their newly gained language skills through a variety of writing tasks. These include familiar tasks like writing emails, letters, blog posts, reviews, reports, stories, articles, and essays. The Learning Focus feature provides students with useful tips on a key feature of the writing genre being focused on. To further support students for the final writing task, an example writing task and model is provided, demonstrating to students what is required of them. In addition, there is a useful language box, giving students helpful phrases and expressions that they can use to successfully complete the exam task. After completing the exam task, there is a reflection checklist to encourage students to revisit and review their work to ensure that they have done everything required of them. This encourages self-reflection and the practice of peer reviewing as students talk about their work with a partner. And this in turn helps them to become more autonomous learners. In addition, there is a writing reference section at the back of the student's book, which consolidates the key features and useful language for each text type, as well as a checklist. Every other unit contains a Live Well, Study Well lesson, which introduces a life or study skill and a linked well-being topic. It is designed to help students equip them with the skills that they need to manage their personal and academic life, as well as future careers. The main topic is introduced via a variety of text types, which are designed to provoke thought and conversation. Critical thinking activities then encourage students to reflect on the topic, interrogate the information, and see its relevance to their own lives. The Mind Your Mind feature focuses on different aspects of social and emotional well-being. Students engage with authentic information and useful tips such as on issues as stress, social media, and happiness. The Your project gives students the opportunity to put into practice what they have learned. It gives them a platform to practice presentation skills and to work effectively as part of a team. 2 projects are always given for students to choose from. One requires students to work in a team, and one can be done at home as part of self-study. This allows the teacher to be flexible depending on the teaching context and the needs of the student. Every even unit, there is a video lesson, which follows a before, while, and after you watch approach. The videos can be watched in different places. They are available to download or stream from the companion site, as well as being available on the classroom presentation tool. The before you watch tasks introduce the topic and engages students while activating their prior knowledge. The while you watch activities are designed to aid comprehension of the video, while the after you watch activity requires students to complete a summary of the video. As in the other lessons, the Your Ideas task invites students to give a personal response to the video and have the opportunity to put any new vocabulary into use. The final part of each unit is the review, which can be found at the back of the student's book. This focuses on the grammar and vocabulary of the unit through different practice tasks, before asking students to self-assess through the can-do statements. If you need additional skills, vocab, and grammar practice, the student's workbook is also available. This follows the same structure as the student's book, including an extra review lesson. That brings us to the end of the student's content for New Close-Up. Let's now look at how the course supports teachers and enables them to teach with confidence. First of all, there is the Teacher's Guide, which is available in print or is available to download from the companion website. The teacher's book includes step-by-step teaching notes, exam support, easier, extension, and fast finisher tasks, grammar guides, teaching tips, and additional ideas and support for the Live Well, Study Well lessons, as well as for the mediation skills. Here are some examples of these features. Further teaching support can be found at the New Close-Up Teachers Companion site, which can be found at www.eltngl.com/new close-up resources. Please note, the materials are password protected, but the login details for the site can be found at the front of the teacher's book or by contacting your local National Geographic Learning representative. Once logged in, teachers can download various resources, including the student's book audio and video, the workbook audio, ready-made unit and progress tests, a teacher's book PDF, extra worksheets, and extra grammar and vocabulary. There are also pacing guides and a CEFR correlation and an online teaching toolkit. In addition, there are extra Live Well, Study Well videos recorded by the authors. In addition, teachers also have access to the new Close-Up online platform. Within the platform, teachers have access to the online and offline classroom presentation tool, which aids effective teaching in both face-to-face and online environments. The platform also has a learner management system, which can be used to create courses, to set assignments, the results of which can be viewed through the gradebook and by running reports. It is also possible to message students through the platform. For students, they can access the ebook through the online platform, as well as extra online practice. For more information about the new Close-Up online platform, please watch the individual tutorials. That brings us to the end of this walkthrough for new Close-Up. We hope you have found it useful in giving you an overview of the course. For more information, please visit eltngl.com/new Close-Up.